Hey, what's going on, solar family? It's James here. Hopefully you're doing amazing. And in this video, I want to go over how to calculate your solar commissions. And I honestly feel this is one thing that new consultants kind of glaze over with the solar company because they don't quite understand it. So when you're looking into getting into solar, and maybe you're going through interviews or whatnot, and you guys get down to the point about the commissions, make sure you really understand how you're getting paid. But before I dive into it, if you haven't scheduled your free solar strategy call, especially if you want to get in solar, or maybe you want to learn how to sell solar virtually, or you're a roofing or HVAC contractor that wants to add solar in your book of business, make sure you book your free solar strategy call. It's gonna be a pop-up right above this video. So let me go ahead and dive right into it. All right, so let's talk about money, right? So make sure that you have a pen and a pad because this is going to be a very important video for you to understand because it deals with your money. So basically there's two terminologies that I need you to understand. So the first one is called price per watt, which is basically PPW. And the second one is KW, which is kilowatt, right? So basically these terminologies are different, but as far as your commissions, it's gonna be exactly the same. Because when you're talking about commissions in the solar industry, it's either gonna be based on a PPW, which is price per watt, or KW, which is kilowatt, right? Kilo just means 1,000. So basically how this works is you're gonna be paid per watt, and it usually starts out right around 10 cents a watt. And keep in mind that this is gonna be the lowest pay structure that you're gonna get on a red line business model. And if you don't know what a red line is, make sure you watch my other videos as far as red line. That's also an important video for you to understand. So 10 cents based on a price per watt, that means that it is $100 per kilowatt. So the way I came up with that calculation is you basically multiply 0.10 times 1,000, which is the kilowatt, and that gets you $100 per kilowatt. As you can see, these two terminologies are different, but your pay structure or your commission is gonna be exactly the same. So for example, if it's a 20 cents price per watt margin, then that means this is gonna be $200 per kilowatt, right? And so on and so forth. If it was 30 cents, it'll be $300 a kilowatt. 40 cents, $400 a kilowatt. 50 cents, $500 a kilowatt. So let me go over what is a good price per watt, right? Because you're probably asking that right now. And ideally, right? Ideally, you should be making, $1,000 a kilowatt, which is right down here, which is basically $1 per watt, which equals to $1,000 per kilowatt. Ideally, this is gonna be the sweet spot, ideally. But you're not gonna get that every single deal, right? So again, this is the ideal situation. Now let me show you the less ideal, right, situation for you. So if you're getting down here, I'm actually gonna make it in red. If you're making close to 20 cents or 30 cents or 200 or 300 a kilowatt or less, this is gonna be in red because this is not gonna be the most ideal, right? You wanna make sure that you're making at least 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 cents or even $1 per watt. Does that make sense? Because as amazing this industry is, if you're not getting paid the top dollar that you deserve, meaning that's about 40 cents all the way down to $1 a watt, you're gonna end up spinning your wheels and this is gonna become a regular job for you. So let me break this down for you as far as numbers so you can see for yourself exactly what I'm talking about. So for example, right, let's use, $200 a kilowatt. If you sold a 10 kW system, right, that just means 10,000 watts times $200 per kilowatt. That particular commission is going to be $2,000, right? That sounds great. Don't get me wrong, that's a lot of money. But imagine if you sold the exact same 10 kW system, but instead you're making 50 cents, which is $500 a kilowatt. Now, instead of getting paid $2,000, you literally almost doubled your commission, which is now $5,000. As you can see, it's very, very important for you to understand how you're getting paid. And myself and my coaches, we jump on solar strategy calls all day long to help you get started in this industry. And there's so many consultants starting out here in the red, right? Which is not gonna be the most ideal for you. But don't get me wrong. There are certain situations where you're more a canvasser, you're generating leads, you're not necessarily the closer. I can see why you're in a lower tier commission structure. But if you're a closer and you're not making 40 cents or $400 a kilowatt, all the way down to $1 price per watt to $1,000 a kilowatt, make sure that you reach out to me, right? So I can definitely help you and point you in the right direction. Make sure you book that free solar strategy call. Again, there will be a pop-up right above this video. So hopefully this is making sense to you. Because again, we don't want the solar industry to just be a job. Because this is an amazing opportunity to change your life, your family's life, your legacy, if you're getting paid the best commission structure. Hopefully that all makes sense. So if you want to dive in deeper, if you want to get into solar, or maybe you want to sell solar virtually online in your pajamas like all of our students, or you're a roofing or HVAC contractor that wants to add solar in your book of business, make sure you book your free solar strategy call. It's going to be a pop-up right above this video. Other than that, have an amazing day. Goodbye for now. Peace.